and there we can see every student do the exam paper by himself or herself. So here that during the class also that we should before the class we open the camera, and then like that, Nini, please adjust your camera, and also that I only can see your eyes. Yeah. So that we can know that the camera position is perfect, and then we can see every student clearly. Yeah. Zhao Ying, please adjust your camera. Yeah. There are 7 students have joined in class. 6, 7, yeah. Yixia, just a cat?
Yes, Lao
Yeah.
Sư. Yes, Lao Sư.
Okay, we will begin our class. I share my PPT. Yeah, we begin our class. Okay.
Okay, Lao Sư.
Yeah. Last class we talked about that the regulation of the nervous system on the movement, also that nervous system regulates the movement of the body. Then we have talked about that there majorly that we have known that the basic structure on the motor regulation, their brain, and also that their first their designing the movement, and also then lead to the some the brains take part in the executing the movement. And there we will talk about that there is a brain error. And here that there we also know that the central nervous include that the brain and the spinal cord, and also the spinal cord is the primary central of the central nervous system. And there here we have studied that the spinal cord function take part in the movement, and there is beside the brain's coagulation. So here there is the concept. I hope you know that there is a final compass. Final compass means that the spinal cord alpha motor neuron. Here, I hope you know that the final compass is the spinal cord alpha motor neuron. And the neuron means that this in the spinal cord, this alpha motor neuron can receive the information from the skin, the muscles, and the joint, and so on. And also he can receive the information from the higher central higher centers such as the context, and also there's the higher levels the central. Then, so here then there we have know that the spinal alpha motor neurons is also there is means that he last, and also that the last the alpha the efferent nerve fibers, and then control the effector like that the skeletal muscle. And also then need to skeletal muscles contraction or relaxation, and then this is the reflex, we call that the stress reflex. Yeah, here that I hope you that what is the final common path. You should know that the spinal alpha motor neuron. And also there here we also talk about this the concept is the motor unit 运动单位。Motor unit, it means that the alpha motor neuron, the alpha motor union, and all this alpha motor union. What? Oh, okay. There is also that this alpha motor neuron control all the muscles. These muscles, we call that the alpha motor neuron, and all the muscles they are weighted, and they are this total. We call that the motor union. The motor union in our body is also some small or large. Small large is there. We can see this the motor union and the muscle fibers. And they are small, and there is means that like that the muscle fibers number is large, is also is a neat of you. There is small motor union like that. Our eyes can open and close. There is the muscles. These muscles only six number of the muscle fibers. There is very small. Motor unit is very small. And also some like arms, and then we can hold heavy materials. There is also that is the muscles. The number of the muscles fibers is large. Motor unit is large. So that I hope you know that the motor unit, you know that, okay. Yeah. Then we study the spinal cord function, and here that should that is beside the brain, the higher level centers. So here that we should use this the animal models. The animal models then like that. This also that based also some can be see that humans the clinical patients, and there is that like that we call the spinal shock. The spinal shock, I hope you understand the concept. The concept is also that I hope you understand the manifestations. Manifestations means that the spinal cord itself function disappear or temporarily. This function disappear temporarily, but there also this the spinal cord functions can recovered. Then recovered, and then we can this recovered animals we can study to the spinal cord function. Yeah, and also here that the manifestations and also concept. The concept I hope you understand, and also the manifestations, and also some features. Features then it means that the spinal cord itself function can be covered, but that according to the high levels function is disappear. And also there we can like that the permanentness of the perception and one-inch movement, environment movement. We have know that is also that is the cerebral take party, and also many the brain's area take party. Yeah. So here that the spinal shock their cause. You also know that, okay. And then we have based on the spinal shock animals, we can study the functions of the spinal cord. The spinal cord we can find that mainly that like reflex include that the flexor reflex and the stretch reflex. The flexor reflex also we have talked about that the flexor reflex, and also that the cross extensor reflex. They are also there to keep the posture all the positions of the body and the balance. They are mainly the functions also that avoid the hurt, avoid the hurt or damage. This is mainly that this reflex can be completed by the spinal cord. Okay, then also that the stressing reflex. The stress reflex, the major knowledge I hope you understand and master. The stress reflex. Now, what is the stress reflex? Stress reflex, it means that when our skilled master with the complete innovation is the complete innovation is stressed by our external force. Then this external force then into the reflex that cause the same muscles to be stretched to contraction. We call that stretch reflex. Then the stretch reflex, there we have studied that there. Then last class, I hope you know that this reflex arc. Reflex arc, this reflex that we have known that also there based on the structure is a reflex arc. Reflex arc, then we can see first that the receptor. The receptor first that according to the stretch reflex, the receptor is the muscle muscle spindle. We can see here that like this are enlarge that this are also muscle spindle. Muscle spindle, we can see here that outside this muscle spindle is Chinese name is also that the stress flex receptor. Then they majorly sensitive to the muscle's length change. So we call that length sensor. There is if the muscle's length change, and then this muscle spindle excitation or inhibited. Yeah, we can there we have learned that this is the muscles that the skeletal muscle the muscles that in the muscle spindles. There we call that this muscle this skeletal muscle we call that the interphysial muscle. We can see. And also that we have studied that there also that this interphysial muscle, this is also the muscle spindle. We count the muscle spindle. We can see here that this is a tendon, and it means that if the intracellular muscles contraction and they are the muscle spindle excited because he can be pulled, and then also that he excited. And also then outside the muscle spindle, we found that there is the muscles we call that actual fluid muscle. Actual fluid muscle. Then we can see if there is contraction, and this muscles is also we have known that is in parallel with. So here that he don't excited, but that if he relax, and then we also that this relax also that these muscles become longer, and also the muscle spindles also that he felt this length change. They are also excited. Yeah. So here that this majorly answer. I hope you know that the skin muscle also that actual physical muscle and the intraphysical muscle. There also here that I hope you understand there is there are some that the neck chain fibers, and also that the neck back fibers. You know that, okay, and also some the nerve, the even the nervous. Even the nervous, we can see here that is 1 alpha and 1A and 1 2 and two type of the fibers. Yeah. And now here that I hope you that this basically that we last class we talk about here, and then we found that basically that the alpha there then when we can see here that when the insular muscles the contraction, and then this change, and then conduct this mechanical change into the electrical activities, and then also can be transmitted by the one type and B. One type and two type, the afferent nervous. So here that the afferent nervous, the one type, two type nervous fibers, they are this send this change, and then this transmission to the spinal cord. The spinal cord, and also that we have known that the final common path is also alpha motor neuron. the alpha motor neuron, and also there in the spinal cord, and also that is also that another the efferent fibers. There is also change the neurons, and also we call this snaps. The snaps connections. The snap connections, and also that is efferent fibers. This is the efferent fibers, and the efferent fibers then control the actual feeder muscles. They all need to actual feed those muscles contracting. So here that we found that there is because the intravenous muscles contracting, and then lead to the efferent nerve fiber 1, 2, and then around to send the information to our alpha motor neuron, and also that the efferent fibers, and then control that actual further muscles contracting, and then lead to the stress reflex happen. And also in here that there is also the GABA motor neuron, and also there to this the GABA motor neuron, and they are in the spinal cord, and also have both have the alpha and both have beta neuron motor neuron. The gamma motor neuron, and then he sent gamma effect nervous fiber, and this nerve fiber is controlled that the intrafibular muscle, and then this excited, and also then release the ACH, and then can make the also that actual receptor, and then into the intrafibular muscle contraction, and then this intrafibular muscle contraction. Then we talked about that the muscle spindle excited, and also then can be the class 1 and 2 nervous fiber excited, and also then the alpha motor neuron this stress reflex happened. So here that we last class we have talked about that there during the stress reflex, and the major point or all the your actions majorly that is alpha motor neuron. Yeah. Answer here.
Understand also.
Okay. Here that I hope you we talk about. And there we also found that this gamma motor neuron and also can affect the stress reflex, but that it is not the major point. The major point is alpha motor neuron. Yeah. Okay. And here that there are also some that we have that if the afferent charge when the nuclear chain fiber is stretched, then we have know that if the nuclear chain fibers stretched, and also some we can see here that we can see here that also that the efferent charge, and also that we can see efferent the electrical also that we can the electrical near memory potential change. We can see here that. Then also that we have known that the electrical acting. We have studied the chapter 2. We know that the muscles contraction, and also that the action potential produced, and also that the excitation and the contraction compounding, and also then need to the muscles. Skeletal muscles contraction. Yeah. And here that there we study the stereotype reflex. The stereotype reflex also there are majorly the two types. First type that the tender reflex. Tender reflex we can see here that tender reflex is means that the first that this is one kind of the physical stretch reflex, and there means that the tender reflex means that the stretch reflex that occurs when the tendon is quickly stretched. Then we like that if the tendon is quickly stretched, and also then due to this the reflex happened. And we found that we can see here that there stimulate there we called this stimulation, and also then need to the need to the insular muscles, facial muscles contraction, and also they need to that the muscles suspend excited, and also then also that excited, and also that this action potential can be transmitted by the efferent neurons, and then around the spinal cord. The spinal cord also we can see here that also that is need to the need to the alpha motor neuron, and also they are need to also then control the alpha motor neuron fibers, and then control the muscles, the actual fluid muscles contraction. And at the same time that we can see here that is the GABA. The GABA also the another no GABA, another efferent neuron also they need to another kind of muscles is relaxation. Is first that I hope you know that this immediately that we can find that this is the only one this is the tender reflex is only one step. We can see here this is only one step. This is also that they are immediately that we can see here this is the only one step. Only one step that we call that the tender reflex features first that is the monosynaptic reflex. Monosynaptic reflex we have studied just last class. You can tell me that this is very short or very fast or very slowly. Yeah. Who can tell me? We just about the monosynaptic reflex is fast or slowly. Yeah. According to multiple, very good, fast. Yes, thank you. 谢谢娜娜。And we found that this also the tender reflex is very fast because only one synaptic connection. So the monosynaptic reflex, and also that there is also the reflection time is very short because it's fast, so it's very short. And also there is circumflex epigastrial contraction. And also the contraction of the faster, this contraction is the faster, this muscles contraction is the faster twitched muscles fibers, is also that the faster twitched, and also the muscles also include that the slow and faster the twitched, the muscle fibers. There, I hope you understand there is very important that the tender reflex is the monosynaptic reflex. I hope you understand there. Is also then we can see here there is only one the step collection. Yeah. Understand?
Yes, Lasha.
Yeah. Here that is this is majorly that is there are majorly that we found that the major role the actions is the alpha motor neuron. Yeah. Also that this major function is that understand certain functional state of the nervous system. Then we have according especially based on this is the measure or the test like that the department the nervous department the doctors use this the simulation and then can test the patient's nervous system function, and also then can know that the spinal cord function is normal or abnormal. Yeah. Then we can see here that this the process that we also call that the process is that the key jack reflex. The key jack reflex, I hope you know that this is the tender reflex. The key jack reflex is the tender reflex. There we can see here that there is possessing the tender, and also that the muscle is stimulated by the stress. There is also we can if you can do this do this by yourself, and also there are others too can do that. You found that if the request the tender, and also that the muscles this meaning the muscles is stimulated by the stress. The muscles stimulated by stress, and then especially that there is the inferior muscles contraction. The inferior muscles contraction, and also there is lead to the spinal muscle spinal excited. He immediately that he is sensitive to the muscles contraction. This is the intrafield muscles contraction, and there this is the muscle spinal excited, and there also then can be sent this information by the 1 alpha 2 and 2 nerve fibers efferent. This efferent also there this efferent this information by the efferent nerves and then sent to the spinal cord. The spinal cord doing this spinal cord is one step collection, one step collection. One step collection is mainly that alpha motor neuron. Alpha motor neuron and also send the alpha motor neuron nerve fibers. They control the actual field muscles and they need to the actual muscles contraction. So here they first this is the action and also then the percussive the action and also then they need to the muscles the total the kind of all the muscles contraction. Yeah. Then we call this reflex arc. The reflex is a key jack reflex. Key jack reflex is one kind of the tender reflex. Understand?
Yes, Laoshi.
Yeah. Then can you see? Here we know that there is the arc. The arc structure should be complete and no damage. And there is also included that the receptor and also that even the also that this is also the receptor and also the afferent nerve and also that the central is alpha neurons, alpha motor neuron, and also the efferent nerve, efferent fiber, and also that this is the effector muscle, skeletal muscle is the effector. Yeah. Also receptor is the spinal, the muscle spider. Yeah. This also that I hope you know that this is majorly that the tender reflex. And the second that the muscle tenors is also that the tonic stress reflex. The tonic stress reflex there means that the stress reflex that occurs when the tender is slowly and continually stretched. And it is manifested as the sustained and mild contraction of the stress muscles. Like that, if the student do in the monetary training, and also that should do many kind of the postures, and their postures like that we can secure that you stand straightly, and they also should the observe the gravity the functions, and also the like that should need some of the many muscles contraction. This contraction is also that mild contraction, and also that is keep on long time. So here that we call that this muscles tenders. Yeah. And then.
Yes, Laoshi.
Yeah, the muscle tenders, I hope you know that officially that it is the polysynaptic reflex, is not motor synaptic reflex, monosynaptic reflex. It means that this muscle tenders is also the reflex. Reflex arc is also that is need more than one synaptic. So here that is the polysynaptic reflex. Also that is a continuous slight contraction and a small muscle fiber contraction, and should that continue to the athlete strengthening without fatigue. And this majorly the physical meanings that is true. The most basic reflex to maintain body's posture. Like that we sit here. We should keep this posture a long time. There is majorly that by the muscles tenors. And also it is also based on the voluntary movement. So here that is also that then you know that it is also there should also be controlled by not only the spinal cord but also should the brains or the high levels controls. And here that you should know that the muscles tender, you know that, okay. Yeah. And there is also that stretch reflex, and there we can see here muscles tenders also that his receptor is there. Tender reflex is only because there is a panosymmetrical reflex. Yeah. And we have, I hope you know that the stretch reflex include the tender reflex and also the muscle tenders. These are two kinds of the stretch reflex. Yeah. Understand? Yeah. So here that we will talk about that stretch reflex include that the tender reflex and include that the muscle tenders. Yeah. So here that the process of the stretch reflex. The first that the muscles are pulled. We just talk about that we press the tender, and also there is also need to the muscles the external force, and they need to the muscles are pulled. The muscles are pulled. We not that the muscles are pulled, and also first that need to the intracellular muscles passive elongated. There also there is the intracellular muscles is elongated, and also there need to that the muscle there is immediately that the sensory or the receptor. This receptor there, if this intracellular muscles enlarged, also they need to that this muscles spindle often the muscle spindles sensitive to this change, and also they need to the muscle spindles often impulse increase. The impulse increase, they are imagining that this muscle spindle is a receptor. So here that he can conduct the mechanism change into the electrical activities. They need to impulse increase, and also this efferent impulse passed by the efferent nerves, include that the class 1 A and and also some class 2. There are also that the class 1 fibers excited increase, and also then due to the innervation of the same muscles, there to the same muscles, the alpha motor neuron excited. The alpha motor neuron excited, and also that the alpha efferent nerve fibers excited. The actual further muscles contracting. That. So here that the process of the stretch reflex. I hope you that the first that the include the arc, the also that the afferent nerve fiber, and also that class 1, and also that this there is also that the alpha motor neuron, and also that this is the actual field of muscle contraction. Yeah. This process, understand? Yeah, do you understand this process?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. Here that I hope you that there is the first the receptor of the stretch reflex is the muscle spindle. You should know that. The second that you should know that the central regulated center is we just about that the gamma also in the spinal cord have another motor neuron is a GABA. If stimulate the GABA motor neuron, and also the GABA efferent nerve fibers excited, and the efferent nerve fibers excited, and then he intrafibular muscles contracting. Here is the intrafibular muscle contracting. Intrafibular muscle contracting, and also there we have the intrafibular muscle receptor is stretched. Now this stretched also they need to that the muscle spinal also the muscle spiral excited, and also then class 1 nerve fibers firing, and then this can send this also class 1 send the information to the spinal cord, and then to the alpha motor neuron excited. So here that we have studied that during the stress reflex we talk about again. The major point or major rule is the motor neuron. But also that the gamma motor neuron also can influence or affect the stress reflex. So here that this is what I hope you understand. The gamma motor neuron or gamma efferent nerve can increase muscle spiral sensitivity. Understand? Okay, and you understand? Because he can lead to that the intrafield muscle contraction. This intramuscle contraction and also they lead to the spiral excited. So here that the gamma efferent nerve fiber excited can increase muscle spindle sensitivity. It also means that their muscle spindles easily to excited. Easy to lead to the mechanism become to the spiral the electrical activities. Okay, understand? Yeah. This word I hope you understand and remember, because in many examinations also that you maybe face this choice. There are maybe that the multiple choice or the single choice. You should know that there is that alpha. If you stimulate alpha motor neuron or there needs alpha efferent nerve fibers excited, or this excited then can increase muscle spindle sensitivity, and also then can increase the stretch reflex, Yeah. So here that this structure, I hope you remember and understand this structure. Understand? Okay. Now we can see here that this mechanism of muscle tensing or muscle contraction. Then we can find that this is also that this is spinal cord, the spinal cord that the intrafield muscle contraction, and also they all need to the muscle spindle excited. The muscle is sensitive to this change or length change. Also, then they all need to the impulse, the action potential, the pass by the one or the two the efferent nerve. The efferent nerve and send this information to the spinal cord. They are mainly that the alpha motor neuron. The alpha motor neuron, there is only one step collection. Is also we call that the motor monostatic. There are also that this alpha motor neuron fiber then innovated the actual physical muscle, and they need to the total muscle skeletal muscle contraction. This also that this process we call that the stretch reflex. And here that we also know that if they stimulate the gamma motor neuron, the gamma motor neuron, and the gamma motor neuron, this is the gamma nervous fiber. The gamma nervous fiber mainly that it control the intrafield muscle. We can see this intrafield muscle. Then the alpha motor neuron excited, and also then it need to the intrafield muscle this release the ACH and then act to the M receptor, and also they need to the intrafield muscle contraction. The intramuscle contraction at the same time, and also they need to the muscle spiral excited, and also then need this stress reflex occurs. So here that I hope you know that there is a gamma motor neuron stimulation can affect influence the stretch reflex, but that this is the process is is the stretch stretch reflex. This we can see here that it can influence the stretch reflex. Yeah. So the gamma motor neuron also can be controlled innervated by the higher centrals the downstream impulse, and also then lead to that the gamma motor neuron can if this is exciting, and then can increase or enhance the stretch reflex, or lead to the alpha motor neuron this alpha motor neurons reactions. Yeah, understand here?
Understand, Lucia?
Yeah, okay. I hope you during the class, I hope you understand. Okay, and also then also after class you by these pictures you also you understand, and also then you can do correct the give pick up the correct answers. Yeah. And also there, I hope you know that this we just talked about that this majorly the muscles tensing mechanism majorly that the also that the stretch reflex. The stretch reflex we just talked about that there, like that the higher central joint impulse can reach the gamma motor neuron, and also this lead to the intraphysical muscle contraction, and also lead to the muscles expander, the sensitivity increase, and also excitability increase, and then lead to the alpha motor neuron, and then lead to the actual muscles contraction. Also, there is also gravity, and also there lead to the sustain the slight stress. They also can do that. So here that this is the meaning that the skin muscle contraction. There this GABA can affect the stretch reflex. This we call that the GABA loop. Yeah. And also that the GABA loop, you should know that the majorly that he can influence the stretch reflex, but that not the major flex. The GABA loop means that the GABA union can maintain the muscles in a short state, and also that the some central regulatory muscle time is base time is achieved by the excited gamma loop. This that majorly that this is also always this is a motor. This is a major point or major rule. Yeah. And then this week majorly that the stretch reflex. I hope you master that. And here is another that is anti-stretch reflex. The anti-stretch reflex, they are majorly that the sensory is or receptor is the tendon organ. Tendon organ, and you know that okay, like that this the tendon organ also that determined between the tendon collagen fibers, and also the inserts with the extracellular fluid fibers. We can see here that this also that there, and also that the efferent nerve fibers class is one B fibers, is not one A fibers. Here you know that okay, and also that the tendon organs Chinese name is 间器官. His receptor it means that he immediately that sensitive to the tensing. He not sensitive to the longer. Is also that is the tensing. The organ that immediately if the tensing is very large or higher degree, and also then this tendon organs excited, and also then can lead to the muscles relaxation, and also there can immediately that it's efferent impulse. Then we can see here that is we can see if the muscles contraction is a large degree, and also they need to produce the higher also the tensing increase, and then we found also that this the tendon organs, these tendon organs excited. The tendon organ excited, and then can conduct the mechanism or mechanism transmitted by the one B efferent nervous, and then sent to the spinal cord. In here, this spinal cord also there. He also is not alpha neuron. There is also there essentially there be. Slave also and also there is alpha motor neuron. This slave also then they are need to the muscles relaxation. So we can see it often impulse inhibit the alpha motor neuron of the same muscles. Then this black means that inhibit. They need to inhibit the relaxation alpha motor neuron excited, and they need to the excitation the inhibit, and also then this due to muscles relaxation. Then because the relaxation and also that need the tender then need to can decrease the tension. So here that then we can see this is the physical simulations that is the anti-stretch reflex then inhibit the stretch reflex to prevent muscles damage from the being overstretched. If the muscle stretched is over, and also there may be need muscles damage muscle damage, and they are by this tendon organs, and then can keep prevent the muscles damage. Yeah. But that if the overstretch is over higher than this the anti-stretch reflex, also they need to the muscles damage happened. But this means that this is the keep prevent muscles damage is also have its own range, its own range. Yeah, can understand? Yeah. So that if you do some exercise or movement, also that if the movement we know that if the tender organs damage, also then lead to the muscles damage happened. Yeah. Here you know that okay. I hope you majorly that understand the stretch reflex and also the stretch reflex process and also the stretch reflex arc. I hope you understand. This is very important because that the major function of the spinal cord that regulates the movement by the stretch reflex. Yeah, then we just about that the spinal cord also is the primary central of the regulate the movement, but also some of the but also there normally he can be controlled by the higher level the muscles approach and the tense. Then and also there is the Bristol this also that the spinal cord this is the Bristol in the Bristol this also brain and also there is a structure that I hope you know that this reticular structure of the Bristol, the reticular structure of the Bristol. And also that we can know that this is majorly that this is the reticular structure of the brainstem. There is their brainstem also that include include two types the zone. One type that this we can see here that this is majorly that this is the reticular structure of the brainstem, and there. This we can see here. This is a larger range. There is this area of the strengthens muscles contention and muscles movement. We call that this is the facilitation zone. I'm sorry, this zone, not zone. Yeah. And here there is a smaller range. The smaller range then also that is the reticular structure that is inhibit muscles tension and muscles movement. So here we call that this is the inhibition zone. Inhibition zone there is we have now that this larger range is a facilitation zone, and this is the inhibition zone. So here that there we can see on that in the normal body that is keep the balance, but that keep the balance. But that we can see this large range. It means that normally that the majorly that shows that the facilitation zone function. Yeah. Have a rest, okay?
大家好，韩老
Have a rest. 2 minutes later, we are continue, okay?
OK，老师。
Yeah. Come back, girls and boys. Continue, okay? Yeah. Here that first the brainstem, they are majorly like that. Also that this is true, majorly true the balance between the inhibitory also the inhibitory zone and also that in facilitation zone. They normally keep the balance there. Also that take part in the muscles tensing, muscles contraction or tensing. Yeah. Here that the immediately that regulation of the muscles termed by the inhibitory and the facilitative areas of the brain the reticle forms. Then that we have known that this is immediately that they are the reticle inhibition immediately that he received the cerebral cortex motor area and also the stratum and the atrial cerebral lobe. And there also the reticle facilitation zone is be that from the both sides of the anterior cerebellum. And here that normally that there is the keep the balance between the reticle inhibition zone and the reticle facilitation zone. But here that is there we have know that there both sides of the anterior cerebellum is powerful. There is weak. There is weak. So here that there is based this structure the knowledge and then this major that there shows that the reticle facilitation zone, the reticle facilitation zone. And there's also downstream that this is the under the reticle zone. Another there is majorly that this is the reticle inhibition zone by the reticular spinal tract. And there is also that is there is a reticle fascination zone is by the vestibular nucleus. There, the total information then into the spinal cord that is the gamma neuron excited. Gamma neuron excited. There is this inhibit that into this the gamma neurons inhibit. And there is that is immediately that the facilitation that need to the gamma neurons excited. There here the muscles suspend sensitivity and also decrease that the muscles tense and the muscles movement decrease. There is means that decrease. There is make that the inhibition. So here that the inhibition in the brain, the high levels majorly that the cerebral cortex motor neuron and also the reticle inhibition. There is that. And here that is powerful that the facilitation that zone is that and also that we found that is increase the gamma neuron excited another muscle spinal sensitivity and muscle tense and muscle movement increase. So here that facilitation and there is inhibition. They keep the balance between this and also then shows the we know that because it's powerful and then this showed that the GABA neurons excited, their muscle spinal sensitivity increase and also then intramuscular movement. Yeah, there is the regulation of the muscles time by the inhibitory and the facilitation areas of the brainstem reticle forms. Here formations there is that this is the knowledge we have know that we study the physiology and we have know that based the not of the knowledge is based on the animal experiment. Yeah. So here that there we found that this animal experiment. There animal experiment we found that like that we there is this cat we do the animal experiment that we found that is that we cut the different levels of the brainstem. And the brainstem, and we study the spinal cord. Also, they cut the connections between the spinal cord and the high level centers. And also then we study the different levels of the central the functions. Also we can also that we cut the different level. And here that we found that this is the levels that this is also that facilitation and also that inhibitory errors. And also then if they cut that the transverse brainstem segment, there we can see here this cut. And also then the animals shows that like this. And shows that like this, it means that there we found that this also that we call this animals is decelerate rigidity. Decelerate rigidity. I mean, this is the concept. I hope you understand that. First, that there also we do. I hope you know that we do animal experiment. We should all the animal experiment. If because the animal do the experiment is also the damage and the hurt and also some of the pain maybe happened to the animals. So here that we should do the animals should the let's see teased animals. This is best first. We do any animals. We should do this because he can decrease the pain's sensory, and also that the patient doing the payment to the animals cannot feel pain. Yeah. And also that this sensitized animals, then they are cut. The bird sense is cut between the sensory, the superior and the inferior collinemus of the middle brain. And there is I hope you know that this cut between the cut between this bird sense is be cut is cut be mid brain. They are cut. I hope we know that. And also then there's cut another then cut that is there is because that cut and then can need to cut another also that this is the surgery complete, and then we also observe the patient observe the cat's manifestation. So here that we when the effect of the LC cilius is over, then we observe the animal's manifestation. The animal's manifestation that shows that the cat that the anti-gravity muscles, they mean that the extensors there of the animals become hypertensive. It's also that these anti-gravity muscles they are stretched. Also that the animals shows that the hypertensive. This hypertensive shows the manifestation that shows the names and the four numbers is asterisk and heart as the columns. We can see here that this is the numbers are straight and heart as the columns, and also that the head we can see the head and the tail. The head and tail are right. And also that the spine is stiff. And also it is the state of the opposition. This phenomenon we call that decelerate rigidity. Yeah, answer here.
Yes, 老师。
Yeah. First that I hope you that there first the cut that the interface breathing system taken the cut that we found that this is the cut between the superior and inferior columns of the midbrain. And there also that this is that midbrain, and then we found that when the effect of the LSA cilius is over. And then we found that the animals showed the immediately that the anti-gravity muscles of the animals become the hypertensive. It means that the animals anti-gravity muscles hypertensive become the hypertensive. Hypertensive they're normal or they're normal level. And their hypertension, the anti-gravity muscles hypertension shows that they are mainly that the four limbs are straight and hard. Raised, and also the spine is stiff. So here that this is in a state of the opposition. We call this phenomena the decelerate rigidity. Yeah. Understand?
Yes, 老师。
Yeah. Okay. And this, I hope you that the Bristol according to this the animal model, we can study that the Bristol's function, Bristol's regulate the movement function. And then we can see here that there is also that the animals shows majorly this the decelerate rigidity, the manifestation that shows the animals anti-gravity muscles hypertension. This is the major point. I hope you understand. The other hypertension manifestation include that the forelimbs are straight and hard as the claws, and also that the tail and the head and the tail are raised, and also the spine is stiff. Yeah. And also there is also the manifestation because that the anti-gravity muscles hypertension. There is also that we call now that this the muscles the anti-gravity muscles also we have now that majorly the stretch reflex the stretch reflex. There is means that the decelerate rigidity is shows or enhanced stress reflex. The enhanced stretch reflex, they are also I hope you now understand and majorly that anti-gravity muscles hypertension. This hypertension is also shows that enhanced
Yes, 老师。Yes, 老师。
Okay, thank you. I hope you understand here. And there I hope you know that this majorly that also maybe can be observed. This is the decelerate rigidity like that. This is the patient, and then the patient maybe the Bristol's different levels of Bristol's damage, and also they need to the anti-gravity muscles hypertension, and also they showed the enhanced stress reflex. And here that they are majorly that we can see here because their functional connection between the cerebral cortex and the striatum and the reticulum. And they are so here is a cut of their because that we know that the reticle structure they all have the facilitation zone and also that inhibitory zone. And then if they cut the separate context control, and then only the reticle structures regulate the movement. So here that then we found that the reticle's function basically shows that the facilitation zone, we just talked about that he can lead to the GABA neurons function increase, also lead to the muscle spandus sensitivity increase, and then lead to the stress reflex increase. So here that according to this the decelerate rigidity elements, we know that this is the function of the reticle structures of the brainstem. Basically, that is also that shows that the facilitation zone is obviously dominant. Yeah. So here that the dominant is also shows that the enhanced stretch reflex. Then in clinic, the clinic that we if the patient the clinic also shows that the facilitation zone and also that the stretch reflex enhanced, and also there may be according to the doctors face these clinical manifestations, and also you should ask the patient to do some of the test, and also then you should first get a diagnosis, permanent diagnosis, maybe some of the midbrain compensing, and also some tumor, and also the fatalities can also appear similar to the death celebration irregularity phenomena. Yeah. Here that I have know that there is what is the concept of the death rate rigidity. This also I have understand that the cut between the cut also that the shows, and also there second that I hope you know that the manifestations, and also the third that I hope you know that the mechanism. The mechanism mainly that because that the normally the ability of the facilitation zone is obviously dominant. Understand here?
Yes, 老师。
Yes, 老师。
OK， 谢谢华晨飞。Here that I hope you understand that. And here that there is also that the gamma the death rate utility. There is also the GABA utility. There you know that okay. Here I know that like that the downward effect of the higher center, and also increase the GABA motor neuron activity, and also the muscle spindle efferent impulse increase, and also enhance the alpha neuron activity and lead to the muscle tensing increase. There are also that the cut the distal root, also this disappear. There also the rigidity disappear. Also they are moving the entry lobe of the cerebral rigidity again. Here is also there to be called that rigidity, GABA rigidity, and also the alpha rigidity. Alpha rigidity that in your the vestibular striation, and also the vestibular locus, and also the vestibulosis spinal tract, and also alpha neurons, also muscles tensing increase. If the cut of the nerve that the mainly that the GABA the alpha or GABA also can be controlled like that with the GABA. This alpha. It also in the spinal cord there we have know that there GABA or the GABA or GABA neurons or alpha neurons also can be controlled by the high level central. Yeah. So here that the death rate utility also can know that which area of the high central damage or disease. Yeah. And then we have known that the brain, we just the brainstem, and also have the brain. The brain, and also the like that the about the 1906 years, there famous scientist that the Boardman, he divided the cerebral cortex into 52 areas. Stereotype and nervous fiber, there can be this means that this context the cells is a type or nerve fibers is different, and then he can classify the cerebral cortex into the 52 areas. And which are represented by the numbers. There is also that we can see here this is a Nike map. So we also call that the brain map, the cerebral map, and also that we also call that the Boardman areas. We can see here this like that the 7, 5, and also 4, 6, 8. So here that there are areas there. You know that I hope you know that this is also the left, this is right, is also the total cerebral cortex can be classified 72 areas, and also the different areas is also can understand.
Yes, 老师。
Yes, 老师。
Yeah, there you know that okay, and also that I hope you know that this classification basically that by the because they're different the density of the cortical cells type is different or levels fiber is different. Then can be classified 52 errors. And here that like that the errors zone or errors the error 6 or I'm sorry zone or errors is also same. You know that okay. So here that you should know that this error I change that error. Then you know the error is also that is means is some form. You should know that the bottom the should know that the bottom map also that the cerebral map. Yeah. Then we studied that we talked about that the brainstem also take part in the regulation of the movement, but also there is a high level the central is also there majorly that the cerebral cortex. The cerebral cortex we talked about that can be classified the 52 errors, and there also that the regulation of the movement in the cerebral cortex. Therefore, the cerebral cortex motor areas, the major motor areas that is pre-central gyrus is there is majorly compound that is area 4. And also the premotor areas is also the area 6. We can see here that the area 4 is area 6. There area 4, area 6. There it means that the first that area 4 there he also that downstream the nerve fibers there is also controlled that the innervated that the distal muscles of the limb. There is also we have known that this area like that he also there the of the limb. And there is a sixth error is that majorly that he innervated the proximal muscles of the limb. Also, the is that efferent nervous is controlled or innervated the proximal muscles of the limb. And that means that that if this peripheral muscles of the limb movement dysfunction, and we have known that maybe that error 6 damage. And also that if the distal muscles of the limb the dysfunction, and also we know that the major error 4 damage. Yeah. So here that there are also the major function, the cerebral cortex motor area major function that compound is also that acute the rhythm movement. Yeah. And there is also like that the patient that is the central phase for paralysis. Then we can see here that his mouth is also different normal. Then because that we can see here that his the face muscles face muscle movement is dysfunction. We can see found that also that is mainly that this is also maybe the normal. This is also dysfunction. So here that his mouth is also different than normal. We call that central facial paralysis. Yeah. There here that I hope you understand that because the error the map the Bedman error or Bedman map, and then there we found that there cerebral the cerebral cortex motor error the cerebral cortex motor error. We found that this is the the face or head. Here that this is the features. The features here I hope you understand and master. Because there you only master this knowledge, and then if you in the clinic you maybe face the patient manifestations and also like this, and you can based on this knowledge, and then you can get a correct diagnosis. Then you can know that maybe the patient's which area of the cerebral cortex damage. Yeah. Understand?
Yes, Laoshi.
Okay, first the feature. The feature first that the cross innovation. The cross innovation. It means that in the spinal cord, and also that there is the cross the efferent fiber levels they are across the spinal cord. So here that there is a that means that the cerebral context then across innovation like that the left that also the right context motor neuron area then controlled or innovated the cross left arms or left limbs movement muscles movement. So we call that the cross innovation. Understand? To understand the cross innovation, it means that the efferent fiber levels then around the spinal cord should across the spinal cord to the opposite point, and then conduct that right cerebral context motor area, and then across to the left, and then innervate the left muscles of the limb. Yeah, understand?
Yes, Laoshi.
So here we call the across innovation. Here I hope you understand. For that, so here that if the patient left arms or the muscles cannot the movement dysfunction, and you should think about that maybe the cerebral context right motor area damage. It means that the cross innovation. Yeah. Understand?
Yes, Laoshi.
Okay, and here that I hope you know that their mouth, their head or face, there is this means that they except the upper facial muscles are bilateral innervated. It means that the upper facial muscles is regulated by the two both the cerebral context motor area. It means that is be innervated by the left or right the motor area, the cerebral context. This is that we imagine that I have a cross innovation. You should know that except the upper facial muscles, except the infant muscle. This upper facial muscles is be innervated by the left or right context motor area. Yeah, and also that the innervated distribution also that I hope you know that is also that we can see here that this is the innervated distribution. It means that we like that this is the top. The top also that we can see this top is this top of the motor area is innervated the foot or the legs. We call it the inverted. And also then we can see here that is the head. We can see here is the also the upper the down also the terminal of the there is also that is there is also that is the total hold. We can see here that is down the area motor the motor area. So here is a inverted distribution, but that the total head or the face is upright. We can see here the total head is not inverted, but there is also that the total head and the face is upright. But that we can also the tongue is also there under that. But the top is that top is the foot and the leg. We can see here. We call this the inverted distribution. It means that the top of the cerebral context motor area is control the foot or the legs. And about that we found that also that like that the head of the total head we found that is also be the end of the motor area. But the total head we found that is doesn't inverted. Not that the eyes or the nose or the mouth is also not inverted. Yeah. This is total body. I hope you know that the head context. Understand here?
Yes, 老师。
Yeah.
Yes, 老师。
So here that if the legs or the arm, if the legs damage, and also then if the legs or legs the dysfunction, the muscle dysfunction, you also think about that the areas the top of the motor area, the cerebral cortex, you total the top. If the head also you think about that the down. We have know that our hand. We know that hand is small. Then the size of hand is small than our foot. Yeah, but then the head is large. Also, their leg is small. We can see here that. So here that I hope you know that the size of the arrow is proportional to the degree of the philis. It means we have know that because our hand is do many faces actually. We use our hand, but the foot we have know that the foot only walking and also so here we found that like the head, we can hand. We have our hand there is on not of the facilitator movement. So there the area, the size of the area is large, but that the foot or leg is small. So then I also the head, also the tongue, also that. So here that the feature that the size of the area is proportional to the degree of the finalist. Understand?
Yes, 老师。
Understand? Yeah. So here we also like that our mouth is also large because we speak. Yeah, we speak also is movement. Facing the movement, we found that head, in our head, we like that. The muscles in our head is also too many complex movement like the smile and also that we maybe said also these muscles can relaxation or contraction is also that the facilitated movement. So here that we found that our head also the area is also large. This area is also the size also large. So then we here that I hope I understand that the size of the area according to the size of area, the area means that the motor area on cerebral context, the area is proportion to the degree of the facility of the muscles. The muscles. The muscles, if the muscles is the muscles movement is facilitated finite movement, and also then the size is large. If there is not the facilitated movement, it's also that the large is small. The size is of the area is small. Yeah. Understand? To us, then like that we can see our head. Head also we know that we smile or cry. Then we have know that because smile and cry, they are be controlled by the muscles movement. The muscles movement we have know that if your muscles movement is a different degree, and also there is can shows the different the emotions. So here that is very complex. The complex is be by controlled by the muscles. So we have know that this in the face, in the head, the face, the muscles is also do the finest movement. So we can see from that this area is very large. Yeah. Understand?
Yes, 老师。
Okay, and here that I hope you that the third features only you understand. I hope you understand, and also you can master the knowledge. So I think I hope you in the class we talk the knowledge together, and then in the class I hope you all will understand, and then after class you review the knowledge, and then you can easily to remember. Yeah. And also then the fourth that the functional position is acute. Then this position, the functional position is acute. Then like that, we think about that. I will smile, and then we know correctly to innovate the muscles contraction. Then like that smile, you will want to smile, and then the also the cerebral motor areas excited, and also they need to that the smile, the muscles, the in the face muscles to smile. Then you still smile. And also then like that I hand, also I do something by my hand, and also then immediately and also correctly or quickly control the muscles movement. So here that there is the cerebral cortex motor area is a functional is also that we can see here that also the hand, if this area is also innovated the hand, also then this is excited also that need the hand accurate. Yeah. This is the feature of the cerebral cortex motor area. This area, I hope you understand this feature. Okay. Understand?
Okay, 老师。
Okay. I hope you all understand, and also then if only you understand, and also you easy to remember. There you remember this knowledge also force easily to answer the questions during the examination, and also there in the clinic you also easily to get a correct diagnosis according to the patient's manifestation. So here that I hope you that use the knowledge. In the future, you use the knowledge from the physiology we studied, and then use the knowledge to the clinic work. Yeah. That if the blank you answer the question, you should you also that most this also that the course innovation and also the inverted distribution and also size of the error is proportional to the degree of the physics, and also functional position is the acute. Here that you should know that understand by yourself. Okay. And also if you answer this also very good. If you don't answer also that I know that okay. Yeah. We can see here that there we found that also that the movement the also the also that the motor context also we also that found that this majorly the sensory context. Also there is the motor context. Then I hope you know that. Okay. Then we can know the target. The target is also that is also large. There we can see here this movement. Then we can see here this is also the limbs is also large. Then there is the motor and the sensory is the factor is the same. It means that we can see like that is also that is a large small the hand is a large. This also that because that we hand is also can touch or can also the touch and can sensitive to many kind of the materials. And also we can see that the mouse there is also the that yeah there's I hope you understand that okay. Yeah. There we mentioned that the cerebral context majorly the motor areas. I hope you know that the majorly you I hope you here I hope you know that the major motor areas is majorly that the area 4 and area 6. You should know that majorly this take part in the motor area is also take part in the movement of the skinny muscles movement. If that also you shouldn't, if you ask you should know answer the question also the blank you okay. And others you should know that okay. You should don't you master that and after the sport movement areas like that auto motor area, the center motor area, like that, the 5, 6, 7, and so on, these areas. And major function that is design movement actions and according for your movement, and also that the factor is the dominance, bilateral dominance. Yeah. Also, that's the major. We think about the primary motor context. There is major that left or right hand is the same. It's all the same, like the same. You can see that the hand, the head. Also, there is the hand. Yeah. Here that we just talk about that the cerebral context major function is also control the motor area, and there the cerebral context there is also that he understream by the nervous fiber. The nervous fiber we can see here that is many pathway like that the motor efferent pathway. The motor efferent pathway, they are from the cerebral context. There's a pathway like that. The cortical spinal tract, and also the medullary column, and then reach the spinal cord. The spinal cord, we have know that immediately that the alpha motor neuron. There is also the final common path, Also, we also know that this is there is also that this is the cerebral motor context, the cerebral context. Then by this subcortical center, and also reach to the spinal cord. So here there is we know this is we can know that this is also that in take part in many the brain knuckles like that. This also that is will take part in the movement designs or movement EQ. So here that I will talk about that. This the motor pathway. The motor pathway there. First that the cortical tract, we can see cortical tract. There is also Chinese is the 皮层基髓束. You here know that this immediately that this pathway the process. And here that immediately that the functional bundles is about the 20% muscles control the tract, and majorly the proximal is also there is natural bundles that maybe about the 80% of the control the muscles of the distal muscles movement. There is know that okay, and also the cortical stem bundles. If you're interested, you can read the textbook. You know that okay, yeah. And here that I hope that there is also in the clinic there we should write the doctor. You should write the patient the disease history. The disease history. The disease history also should there is there is the test there is a test that normally is negative, but that if they test that especially that in the nervous system department, there you should as a doctor you should test the patient observe the patient this the reflex is negative or positive. If the positive means that there is maybe some disease happened there. What there is this that I hope that the Parkinson's sign. Parkinson's sign there also the physiological reflex. The Babinski sign. You should know that how to do as a doctor. You know how to do that, and also then you if this no shows this meditation is also negative. If shows that meditation is there positive. So here that then with we can see here that there with a bunch of object, and then connect that simulation. There we do that there like that this there is also normal. A normal that is also negative is a normal. And then if this you with a branch object on the natural side of the food, you can that the food like that this do that. And there the patient shows that The patient shows that the dorsal next of the bigger toe, we can see the bigger toe up, and also the bigger toe up, and also that the other signs of the facing after the full legs, this fanning. This fanning of the other full leg, toes, that we can see toes is fanning, but the bigger toe is up. Then this shows that this means that the baby skin size is positive. Baby size positive is also there. It also shows that there means that the spinal cord loses the control of the motor area of the cerebral cortex, and also the special spinal reflex occurs to check the function of the cortical spinal tract. So here that if you write as a doctor, you write the disease history. You should know means that what is the baby size. You should know that how to do that, and also that if show this big toe is up, and also the other 4 toes is fanning. It also means that positive baby sign. Yeah, understand here?
Slow, sure.
Yeah, okay. Here that I have understand, and also that if you know that normal body is like that, you can see you can do by yourself. If you do, you can in your house, you can in your family, you can do this the treatment or do this test by your family member. You found that you observe the family member is sign. Then normal is that. But if it shows this, means that also means that maybe the positive best sign. It also means that some this the disease, majorly that disease. Yeah. Okay. This class we study here. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Lauscher.
Goodbye, Lauscher.
Goodbye. We will see you next week.
谢谢老师，再见。
Have a good
谢谢老师。
end week. Yeah.
谢谢老师，节目快。